Shucks howdy, and welcome to Ramblin Cast episode 6.
I still don't know what my part is, but my name is Ricky.
And my name is Anthony. And before we get into what we've been doing this week, I just want to give a quick message. And this is going to be a little bit of an intro, sorta, because we got our first patch of stickers with our second patch coming next week. And so there's an off chance that possibly you stumbled across this podcast walking around and just found the sticker and scanned it, and you're either listening to our YouTube or Spotify. And you are welcomed here, and I hope you enjoy your stay, you know?
Fuck off.
And Ricky said fuck off. I'm your host, Anthony.
Why you're reading off of stickers on poles?
Yeah. Well, I found some interesting stuff on stickers on poles. I found some gum. Still had some flavor left on it. It was semen flavored. Don't ask how I know that flavor.
This is... You should have been deported.
Oh, back to... I don't even know where I'm from, honestly. I mean, I don't know my heritage.
We're just gonna send you to Canada and make you their problem.
Yeah. But, I have put 5 stickers as of recording, and probably more. So, if you found one of those, cool. If you didn't, I don't know how you found this place, but you're still welcome here. And Ricky still wants you to fuck off.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. But, enough talking about stickers, enough talking about QR codes. Ricky, have you done anything this week?
Pretty much tool truck and worked.
Okay. For me, I actually, can't believe I'm saying it, I got into a video game. 2 video games, and both of them are like the same game. So, I know somebody who is into Splatoon, which is a Nintendo game where you shoot ink. And it's a series that I've always found vaguely interesting. Don't laugh. It's a series I found vaguely interesting, yeah. And I just never got into it. And recently I went to a little game store, and they had a sale where I got a Wii U game for $1. And so I chose Splatoon because I wanted to play the story mode. And then this Splatoon friend told me that Splatoon on the Wii U online still works. And so this week I have been playing Splatoon, the first one, on Wii U online. And it still works. It's apparently going to stay on until this April. So this is our final, well, basically our final month to play the game. If you're still interested in Splatoon, then you should check out the first one, because it's the last month you can. Just to have a little celebration of life. And I also bought Splatoon 3 because while Splatoon 1 is fun, not a lot of people play the game, and you have to wait for an online server for a very long time. So, yeah, I've been playing Splatoon. It's like the first video game I played probably about a year and a half. It's been a while, honestly. And it's been really addictive. I'm surprised at how much I liked it. But I will say, I think I actually prefer Splatoon 1 more than Splatoon 3. I don't know, just something about it. I just really like the way it feels. I like the Wii U gamepad. The Wii U gamepad is very underrated. And the fucking Switch controller has drift, like, really bad. Like, all of them. Even the Pro controller drifts. Like, how the fuck did Nintendo fuck this up so fucking bad? I don't fucking understand.
I have a problem with breaking controllers, so they eventually get drift, so I just don't care anymore.
Surprisingly, all my controllers, only the Switch ones have started drifting. Even the fucking GameCube controller that I used to, like, throw around as a kid, because I was an angry little kid, they still work just fine. I'm quite shocked, because those controllers should not fucking work, but those GameCube controllers, like Immortal, like, you can nuke them and they probably still somehow function.
I dropped my controller in diesel fuel.
Did you light it on fire?
No.
You should
Still works.
Oh. Sticky?
Huh? No.
Oh, it's not sticky.
I doubt that. I've never heard diesel fuel and sticky in the same sentence.
I don't know how it reacts over time.
It kind of turns into grease.
Oh. So it's lubey.
Yes. Very.
Oh, okay. See, I ejaculated on one of my controllers, and now it's pregnant, and I don't know what to do. We're talking about a lot of cum this episode. This is the cum cast. Welcome.
That idea has already been taken.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Another podcast is straight up trying to have a what's it called? A convention about their podcast and call it CumCon.
Oh, but there already is a Comcast. I already forgot about that. There's these group of guys. I forget what they're called, but they made Comcast a long time ago.
Oh, this is just a different one. That's not the name of the podcast. They just want to have
CumCon?
Yeah, a whole convention about their podcast and call it CumCon.
Cummy, yummy in my tummy?
Come subscribe.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time for wrap up. So last week we talked about Tales of the Stupidity or Stupid Adventures last episode. You should check it out because we said some things that could probably get us arrested, so there you go. But I'm just going to ask if you had anything you thought of, because I was thinking about it and I really couldn't think of anything else.
We've done so much stupid shit.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we've done so much stupid shit, I don't think we're going to remember all of it.
I have a very poor memory in general.
Yeah.
But I do think when we start eventually talking about school stories and work stories, you'll start to hear those.
Yeah.
But those will be separate podcasts eventually, unless we just bring it up naturally.
Yeah.
But, there's one thing I did want to bring up with wrap up. And funny enough, it was from 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, when we talked about King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching the podcast, listening to the podcast, and I noticed that there's one big character we've never talked about once, and that's Lucky. And I think we both agree that Lucky's like our favorite character.
And we got completely ignored.
So I like Lucky in King of the Hill. He's a great character.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem is that he kind of comes in at the weaker seasons, and he kind of when you think of the King of the Hill cast, he kind of gets forgotten because he's not like the original part of the original group.
Still, I want that PP money.
He's still a great character though. We all love Lucky, and I think he deserves that PP money. All right, we're going to start with the news. Honestly, the news this week has been kind of weird. It's like a lot of things happened, but I don't know if there's actually a lot to talk about here with a lot of them. So let's just get through it and let's see. So Switch, there was a Nintendo Direct this week. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of slept on it. I didn't care. But the two things I heard, these are the only two things I heard about it, was the Virtual Console. So the Virtual Console is like what's called Nintendo Switch Online. You basically play old Nintendo games. And they added a game for the United States and a different game in Japan. And people are equally excited and equally pissed off. So in the United States, we got a game called Killer Instinct. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Let me tell you here. Killer Instinct is actually, I'm not kidding, one of the first games I've ever played my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin used to have a SNES, and the game's art style and sounds just blew my mind as a kid. I fucking loved it. It's a SNES game with 3D renders. It's a fighting game. It's like it's like a mix of cartoon and a mix of violence. It's hard to explain, but it's really fun. It's really fun. And like I said, I loved it as a kid. I always liked playing as, I don't remember the character's name. It was like a giant robot. I think he had like ice powers. I thought he was badass. But Killer Instinct coming to the Switch Online is neat because it also means that Microsoft is working with Nintendo. So that's cool. So, yeah, you probably have nothing to say about that, dude.
A video game go pew pew.
So in Japan, they released Mother 3 on a Virtual Console, and this pissed everyone in America off because Mother 3, despite the first two games being released here, has never actually been released in America. So a lot of people felt that this could have been the time to actually fucking release the game, and it still has not been released here. They chose Killer Instinct over Mother 3, so we're never getting that game. Sorry, guys. But let's get to the next thing. we get to talk about Warner Brothers a lot, but this is actually one of the things that I think that they didn't necessarily mess up on, but there is a movie pitch that they basically said no to. And it was a Batman Beyond movie in the style of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Which it would have been fucking crazy, but I understand why they said no. And I will say, I'm glad they actually said no instead of actually making the movie and not releasing it, like what they've been doing with other things we'll talk about later.
Yeah, that's probably a good move, just to not make the movie instead of make the movie, and then, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of video games, Epic Mickey is getting a remake. It's a Wii classic where you play as Mickey Mouse and you shoot your goo with your magic wand. And, yeah, it's getting remade for the Switch.
You want to see this Mousecatool?
Hey kid, you want to see my Mickey Mouse magic wand? It's in the back of my van. Alright, this is apparently the Warner Brothers. Oh, this is apparently the Warner Brothers stuff here. So, Coyote versus Acme is probably dead. This week was sort of the last that people think it could have been saved, and it is past time, and people think it has officially been canned, despite the fact the movie's finished. Basically, Warner Brothers pissed off the internet once again, pissed off the entire animation community. And I mean, it's Looney Tunes, man. Who hates the Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
But after that happened, Stephen King, the fucking writer, which I don't like Stephen King, but what he said here was interesting. He said that about 2 years ago, they made a movie off one of his books. The movie was called Salem's Lot, based off the book Salem's Lot, which was about a vampire. And basically what Stephen King said was that the movie was finished and he saw it and he's never heard from it since. So in this week, not only has it been confirmed Coyote vs. Acme has died, but that apparently a Stephen King movie, horror movie, also died.
Stephen King kind of seems like a pedo.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, he actually is?
Not technically, but yes.
He looks like a weirdo.
Do you know about it, or do you not know about it?
What is it?
The book, It, the clown. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No fucking clue.
Alright, so Stephen King's most popular book is a book called It, about this killer clown fear monster. And it has been made into movies and a TV series. And funny enough, in the movies and TV series, there's one important scene that they never ever film or show because it's possibly the worst scene I have ever read. So basically in the book, the It monster, he craves on fear, specifically fear of children.
Mm-hmm.
And so the characters in the book are like 12 and 13, like right before they become teenagers. And so in the book, Stephen King wrote this, by the way, the kids decide that they want to become adults. And there's only one girl in the group. And so you can figure out what happened from there.
Jesus.
And in the movies, in the TV series, none of them have ever featured the scene where the girl gets gangbanged by the little boys. But in the book, that's the thing that happens. Written by Stephen King.
Jesus, fuck.
Stephen King, yeah, he's a bit of a weirdo. I'm not going to deny that. But I still don't think this movie should have been canceled either. But this is the last of the Coyote vs. Acme news. And this is like breaking news. It just happened as the night we're recording. Somehow, somewhere, the movie leaked. And someone has it, but they are not giving it away yet. Their goal is to get Warner Brothers to officially release it, and if they don't, then he'll leak it. So it seems like we are going to get Coyote vs. Acme, just not officially, probably. Like everything, it got leaked. But that's
Yeah,
enough.
there's been a lot of leaks over the last few years.
Hey, I'm fine with it. Corporations can suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. Alright. Well, this is another McDonald's story. This one's not crazy, though.
Mm-hmm.
I went to McDonald's and I got a bag. And the bag had anime characters. And so McDonald's is doing a thing called a WcDonald's with a W instead of an M.
That explains the cup I got earlier today.
Well, you got a special... I didn't get a special cup. What's the cup you got?
They had the M upside down and weird letters, and
Oh.
I literally rolled down the window and chucked it out. Didn't even open it.
Okay. But, yeah, I got a McDonald's bag, and on both sides of the bag was a manga. It was, like, printed on both sides. And it didn't seem very interesting, but let me tell you something. You can't trust the internet with shit these days. Immediately after this started happening, literally everybody that I know started going horny for the characters.
Oh, Jesus.
And believe it or not, this is not the only time we're going to talk about people getting horny for characters in this podcast. Because there was an event. But anyway...
the Fappening Part 2?
The Fappening Part 2 happened this week. And it involves SpongeBob. Oh, there's actually two things of SpongeBob news. SpongeBob fans are eating tonight because you got two things in the news segment. But, yeah. The hamburger boy in McDonald's, he's the best. He's just a giant hamburger.
I didn't like any of the McDonald's characters.
That's fine. Alright, so we can talk about Jellystone. Jellystone is that cartoon with Hanna-Barbera characters made by the guy who made Chowder. And also, Maxwell Adams, the guy who makes Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, also works on that show. So what happened this week is that out of fucking nowhere, Season 3 just existed. Like, Season 3 came out, which is crazy, because Warner Brothers. But this Season 3 has been fucking crazy, because they're, like, bringing out all the characters. We got the Scooby Gang, their first appearance. We got Fred Flintstone, who apparently died, by the way. We have Space Ghost. Cow and Chicken, the Red Devil character, he appeared in the show. They got Zorak, Moltar, and Brack. And at some point, Grim himself from Billy and Mandy is supposed to make an appearance. So, Jellystone just made a third season and just, like, added all the fan-favorite Hanna-Barbera characters all at once. Which is great.
Yeah.
Alright, this is where we get to talk about our first SpongeBob thing. I don't even know how to explain this. Alright.
Okay, go.
So in the newer seasons, have you seen any of the newer seasons?
No.
Okay. You know Plankton's wife, Karen? How she's like a giant screen?
Yeah.
Well, in newer seasons, they actually like animate a face on her screen now. And what's interesting is there's an episode that came out and there's a clip online. So you can see where this is going. There was it was like a 80s dance class. It was Plankton, Karen, and their trainer. And this trainer fish was like scantily clad, like in 80s gear. So people were horny for a fish. But then Karen, she has a face and a red dress. And now people are also horny for Karen, the robot from SpongeBob. I'm trying to figure out what picture I should use, because now I got Sexy Karen or the Hamburger Boy. I can put him next to... Okay, it's my ship. That's the picture. But, yeah, people are horny for Karen from SpongeBob now.
I've lost all hope in humanity.
Speaking of horny...
God damn it.
John Cena started an OnlyFans. As a character, not as himself. So he plays a character in some movie somewhere, and he decided to make an OnlyFans. But I don't know if he's actually going to like show anything, or if it's just for promotion. But we can technically say John Cena started an OnlyFans, and it's technically true. I wonder if they gave him the Snoop Dogg deal, like, 100 mil. Honestly, I can see more people want to see John Cena's dick more than Snoop Dogg's dick, honestly. Am I wrong for saying that?
I hate the world. I hate the world and everybody in it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Why? Why must this happen?
So, like 2 days ago, everyone's cell carrier just basically stopped working for 2 days.
From what I heard, it was just AT&T.
Nope, didn't work on my side either.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they kind of rent towers from everybody, so...
Oh, okay. But basically, yeah, a lot of people were trying to get phone calls, and that's crazy shit. A lot of people thought it was China, and I think if China really wanted to stop communication, they'd probably do more than just AT&T. So,
I mean, it could be more, but as far as I know, a lot of people's phones kept working that weren't AT&T.
I don't know.
I have a conspiracy theory on that one.
No, you go ahead.
It's a goddamn radio antenna guy from last episode.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
He stole a goddamn phone tower and fucked up the rest of them.
Hell yeah, brother. AT&T. No.
That's my legitimate conspiracy theory.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Like, it has grown over the week.
What if one day we just wake up and it's like, oh man, someone stole the Freedom Tower. Wonder where it went. It'd be like 9/11 too, but just the building went missing. We don't know.
Like, I was making a joke, and I think I have people firmly convinced.
I mean, I'm convinced.
That it was radio tower guy from Mississippi?
Alabama.
From Alabama.
Radio tower guy, you need to calm down. Ooh, who should radio tower guy target next? Would we get taken down if we start theorizing? They'd be like, these people are terrorists. Like,
no, I think he's gonna steal the internet.
Steal the internet?
Please.
Make Al Gore pay for it back.
Hey, I know you're probably not listening, but if you ever do...
Alabama man.
Alabama radio tower guy. Steal the entire internet and never give it back. Thank you.
Never let John Cena post to his OnlyFans. Or do. I don't care. Okay. Oh, God. So, I will say, this week, I did get a little bit into politics just because I thought they were really funny. Mm-hmm. This one isn't technically political, but it's just kind of sad. So this has to do with Montana.
Okay.
So Montana did a commercial for the U.S. military. I don't know which branch. Probably the Army. Mm-hmm. And the commercial was going to use... Well, the commercial used footage of World War II. Mm-hmm. And they used one shot in particular which showed troops, like, backing away or leaving. Mm-hmm. And come to find out that that footage they used was not of American soldiers. It was the other ones.
Oh.
And how they found this out was because of the shape of the helmet.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a good giveaway.
But Montana accidentally used video footage of Nazis and calling them American soldiers. Oops-a-daisy.
That's the weird... not all of the German military were Nazis.
I know. But these ones were specifically Nazis.
Okay.
Now, I know there was like the German Navy that stood against the Nazis and they eventually got taken over.
Again, a lot of the German military were given orders by the Nazis, but they were not Nazis themselves.
Yes, I know.
It's weird how it worked.
I know. But they were still, you know.
Sorry, historical accuracy is kind of my thing.
I know what you mean. Not all the Germans were Nazis. They just couldn't do anything. Because if they did, they'd die.
Yeah, they kind of had to deal with what they were doing or they were going to...
You know, I got a news article. It's something that pissed me off. This was from like a few years ago. Let me talk about that real quick.
I got a weird fun fact, too, after this one.
So, Germany, they're fucking kind of assholes. Mm-hmm. They, like... This happened a few years ago, but they arrested, like, an elderly lady, like, in her early 90s because she worked at a concentration camp. Mm-hmm. And her excuse was basically like, yeah, I worked there because I didn't want to die and I needed money. but they still convict her as guilty for working with the Nazi Party. And I thought that was really fucked up. Like, once again, people had to live their lives. It sucks, but like, she was just an accountant. Like, how the hell is she going to fight against the Nazis? All right, German government. All right, shut the fuck up. There's my little angry thing. You can go ahead now.
You know, like 70% of the German army back then didn't know about the Nazis or anything. They didn't know exactly why they were doing this. They were just kind of work.
Yeah, the concentration camps were very hush-hush.
No, they didn't know about the whole thing. They didn't know about Hitler or anything. A lot of them.
If you say so. I don't know about that one.
All of the people that were not directly in Germany.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of them didn't know what was going on.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I can see that.
Yeah, there were a lot that legitimately had no idea why World War II started. Or that they started it.
Yeah. Well, it's always weird because technically Germany started World War II, but also like Italy electing Mussolini, it's always kind of felt like the beginning of what made Hitler want to become a dictator.
All I know is in World War III, Germany's going to invade Poland just purely out of habit.
You know, I could see it. And you know what? It's funny because they might be the good guys this time. Because after Ukraine, a lot of people think Russia's going to go for Poland. And Poland's a part of NATO, so Germany's right next to it. So we're going to get a German and Russian invasion of Poland at some point, probably. Not to be a doom monger, though.
It's just going to be like, Germany, what the fuck? Sorry.
Sorry, of course I haven't. But there's our little Nazi thing for all you folks out there. Alright, want to talk about SpongeBob again?
Okay.
So you remember the classic SpongeBob episode Sailor Mouth where they cuss?
Yeah.
The audio leaked.
Yay.
But only 2 parts of it so far. The rest are not out yet. But we have Tom Kenny as SpongeBob saying, "Blow me!" I don't remember what the other one was.
Ah! Blow me! You fuckface!
But yeah, hearing SpongeBob say "blow me" is it's great.
There are a lot of audios of him cursing in the SpongeBob voice.
Yes,
I think they shouldn't be as cool as they are.
I think Nickelodeon told him to stop, but I also don't know if they're man enough to fire the voice of SpongeBob. But
I want to see the creator, the guy that voices SpongeBob, and the guy that created Phineas and Ferb. Have conversations in their character voices. It's just the most fucked up shit. Dr.
Doofenshmirtz and SpongeBob?
Yes.
I don't know if Tom Petty actually... I say Tom Petty, I meant Tom Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Their names are kind of similar, I never noticed that. But Tom Kenny is the voice of SpongeBob. He does a lot of other cartoons, so he probably was on Phineas and Ferb at one point.
Oh yeah, they work together. They're actually good friends.
That sounds about right.
For some reason, a long time ago, the creator of Phineas and Ferb actually, I feel like it was a misclick and followed me on TikTok.
He followed you?
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
I never got, and it was his legitimate account.
Oh yeah, he posts on there a lot. I watch a lot of his stuff.
He's actually really cool.
He is cool, dude. I think he also has trouble getting shows again. I think he had to do a Phineas and Ferb reboot because he couldn't probably get anything else to work.
No, he's got another show.
Yeah, Milo Murphy's Law.
No, he's also got another one about a hamster.
I didn't know. Shows you what I know. You know, I saw an ad for Cartoon Network, and there was a cartoon on there. I could not figure out what the fuck it was. I still have no clue what it was. It was like a new show. And I was like, what? Cartoon Network has new shows? I didn't know. They never advertise it. I'm just saying. Despite the fact I saw it in an advertisement. Don't think too hard about that, folks.
But yeah. Can you just imagine? And then that little green cocksucker came in here.
Cocksucker the platypus?
Please, I want that to happen.
We can figure it out, maybe. Alright, this is where we get to the two political ones, but I think they're both really funny.
Okay.
So do you want the Joe Biden one or the Donald Trump one first?
Just go. I don't care.
So Joe So Joe Biden, I don't know. Okay, so I guess someone asked Joe Biden what's his secret to having a good, long-lasting marriage, because him and his wife had been married a while, and Joe said, I want to remind you, he's like 80-something. Joe said, good sex. Joe Biden's plowing his wife at the age of 78, I think.
I mean, the respect? Kinda, sorta, maybe.
I think so, but I'm just curious. I mean, I don't want to know, but it's like, how does that man get it up? Do you think he has to take like extra Viagra?
No, I feel like the rest of his body and his brain is so fucked up. That's the only part that works.
Man, that's crazy. Man, male reproductive organs are fucking crazy. You can be 80 years old and still shooting out babies. Like, what the fuck? Women stop after like they're 50. But,
well, you notice that there's a problem at a certain age with men. That's when they're supposed to stop.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we just take drugs and make it.
They just made boner pills.
Man, you know how that's kind of fucked up. We get boner pills and women just have to deal with, like, being pissed off all the time on menopause.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. But, apparently Joe Biden's fucking. Maybe that's why he's so low energy. Just using it all in his thrusting power.
Has an oxygen tank and a Secret Service member to help push.
That explains the bondage mask. How kinky do you think Joe Biden gets? We gotta ask ourselves now.
I don't want to know.
Do you think it's more than his wife?
Oh, absolutely. Every goddamn president.
Do you think Hunter Biden snorted coke off Joe's balls?
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Okay. You want to talk more about the president having sex?
No.
Or you want okay. Donald Trump one. Donald Trump one's kind of sad, but that's how a lot of Trump things are at the moment. Yeah. So Donald Trump is getting like sued because no one likes him.
Oh yeah.
And you can be for or against, but he lost. He lost a lot of money, and so someone out there started a GoFundMe for Donald Trump. And we're at the funny part yet. So the GoFundMe is for $335 million.
Mm-hmm.
And despite the fact it's been up for 2 weeks, it's somehow made $1 million somehow. Which, it's nowhere near how much you need, but still more than I expected. Donald Trump has a GoFundMe, which is crazy. You know what's really fucked up, people? Like, you can just donate to Donald Trump. Like, you don't have to go through a GoFundMe, dude. Like, Donald Trump's like, I only made like $5,000 last month, and you're telling me some idiot started GoFundMe and made $1 million, and he's not even me. By the way, there's like no way in hell that money's going to Trump. That guy's keeping that shit.
No. Oh yeah, most definitely.
But I thought it was really funny. I don't know.
I'm almost sad I didn't come up with the idea. I don't see how that's illegal.
I don't think it's illegal. I just don't see him giving the money. I'd be like, $2 million. A small loan of $1 million.
Again, maybe it's illegal? I don't know.
I don't think that'd be illegal. But the last thing... You burpee?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, we got two things. I'm sorry. So we got news. The balloon has returned. A new balloon has entered the States. But this one's a little more secretive. Like, they talked about it, but no one's done anything about it yet. And we don't know, as the public, what country it came from. So
I feel like it's some hillbilly out in Canada just like, I'm gonna mess with these fuckers.
You remember that episode of King of the Hill where Bill gets tied up to a weather balloon? That's what I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe he'll land in Mexico and people hit him with, like, hit him thinking he's a piñata. Just like in the episode. But the balloon is back, folks. Don't shoot it because you won't reach it, apparently. And now this is the last thing. Remakes, everyone loves them. And there's a classic movie from the year 2001 that's getting remade. It's not Freddy Got Fingered. It's I knew where your mind was going. I didn't realize what I threw out there. I would love a Freddy Got Fingered remake, but it probably wouldn't be as funny.
No.
But American Psycho is apparently getting remade. I like American Psycho, and I don't think it should be remade because I think it's fine the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
I also just don't think modern standards would like a film like that. Because the whole point of the film is that it's an obnoxious asshole who's like, I don't want to say toxic masculinity, but that's basically it. He's just this rich guy with too much money, too much power, and too much anger who hurts a lot of people for no reason.
So, just villain arc Batman?
Funny enough, it's the guy who played Batman, so yeah.
So, villain arc Batman.
Yeah. But, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. We don't need an American Psycho remake.
I really think it'd be cool to have a movie that's just Batman going on his villain arc.
I gotta think. I mean, there's a lot of comics like that. I don't know if there's a movie. Definitely not a live-action movie. I'm trying to think if there's an animated one.
Just Batman finally gets tired of all the shit and goes, fuck this. Fuck these ungrateful pricks. Pulls out a shotgun. Jams it in Joker's mouth. Blows his head all to smithereens and then becomes the Joker. The new villain.
Well, that kind of did happen in the comics. It's called The Batman Who Laughs.
Like, just go screw it at this point. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm the bad guy now.
Alright. I mean, there's Red Hood, which is basically that, but not Batman. It's one of the Robins. Rick, you just want to see Joker get shot, don't you?
I want to see Batman lose his shit.
Batman loses his shit a lot.
Like, just firmly becomes the bad guy.
Have you ever seen, well, when we play Arkham Knight, we'll talk about it, but there's a costume called Zur-En-Arrh, which, in the Silver Age, it was supposed to be like alien Batman, but in the Dark Bronze Age, it's like, yeah, this Batman is fucked up. He's like bright color, he beats people up with a baseball bat and has like imaginary friends. Like,
I would like to see Batman, well, Bruce Wayne, sell everything. And he just rents out a corner of the Batcave with a Komatsu D355A.
Oh my god. You need to stop. Batman with a Killdozer, huh?
I wondered if you were going to get it. I figured that was going to be Anthony's being stupid at this moment. I'm just making a reference you're not going to get.
Oh, I got it.
But you're just immediately, boo.
You think with so much money, he'd have fancier tech, but no, just cement, bulldozer. Here we go. To be fair.
Oh, he is a little bit more well off, so he might have got a D9.
Don't we all need a D9?
That's going to be this episode's question.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we didn't ask questions like the last two episodes. We usually end this with a question for you, the audience. So I guess this question will be, what was it?
If Batman were to build a
Batdozer?
If Batman were to build a Killdozer, what bulldozer would he use?
And don't answer cat.
I'm going to ask this to people in real life. And I will come back with the answers.
Oh, next week we'll have a lot of answers. But I think that's it for the news here. And so we'll get into our topic. So our topic... Whoa. You know what they say, man? The third blink's always the slowest one. Anyway, our topic this week is how we... Well, it's YouTubers that we like or dislike, but also sort of how we discovered YouTube and, like, the first YouTubers we watched. Like, I'm going to be honest, we were kids. Shit was kind of cringy.
Yeah.
Even if we, like some newer, better ones, we always have to accept the fact that we watch some stupid-ass shit.
Yeah.
But I think before we get into that, I think it'd be better to say how we discovered YouTube.
Okay, you can go.
Okay. So the year was probably 2007, maybe 2008, but I think it was 2007. And I was a dumb kid with a computer and the internet. And I was, at the time, my mom put the computer in her room, so I was just in there. And I would just go on Google and search random things. Just whatever popped into my mind. At this point, you know, I'm so young. I'm so young that, like, the concept of the internet is, like, unbelievable to me. Like, I could just search anything and get some stupid-ass result.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I fell in love with, like, Google Images and was trying to get, like, coloring pages, like, all the time. Like, print out coloring pages, which I'm sure my mom loved me using her ink all the time. But one of the characters I was really fascinated with was a character called the Incredible Hulk. I was an Incredible Hulk kid as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much anymore. But I was a big Hulk fan, and so I would search, you know, Hulk versus other comic character. And one of the searches I searched was Hulk versus Thor. And I think this was actually on the second page of Google. This is back when YouTube was so new, it was on Google page 2. So that's how crazy this was. But I found a video called Hulk versus Thor, and it was the 70s Hulk show with Bo Billingsley, I think that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
And him fighting Thor in the show. I think it's actually a movie, like a TV movie. And it blew my mind, because that's how I discovered YouTube. And so immediately I just said, fuck you, Google, and I just started searching shit on YouTube and watching whatever would fucking pop up. And once again, this is 2007. This is before YouTube Kids. This is before any restrictions. This was the good old days, you know? And so I saw some crazy-ass shit. And I want to say one sad thing. That original video I found, it's gone. The only thing left of it is a re-upload from 2011. But I know for sure I had to watch YouTube way before 2011. But, yeah. So, my YouTube discovery was Hulk versus Thor. And funny enough, I couldn't remember the name YouTube. So whenever I wanted to find YouTube again, I'd go to Google and search Hulk versus Thor and find it. Because I could remember Hulk versus Thor, but I couldn't remember YouTube. And that's basically how I discovered YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn?
I think it was... Shit, I think it was 2013.
Probably.
I came to your house for some stupid-ass reason. And you showed me, like, cool shit on YouTube. I knew what YouTube was prior to this, and I watched YouTube, but this was kind of my, well, I'm going to watch YouTube for the rest of my life now.
For good or for worse?
Yeah, really, at this point.
What did I show you? Do you remember?
I think it was a lot of the
Vanos Gmod.
Older Gmod and Vanos Gmod and GTA, the original GTA 5 videos. And that shit was like my thing for a year and a half.
Yeah, I fell into the Vanos wagon. I don't remember how I discovered him, but at the time I knew about Gmod. I don't even know if I had it at that point, but I was like, "Hey Rick, you want to see some weird ass shit?" And I remember showing you Vanos. I remember the two jokes was the fucking, we have new technology called buttons, and that made you laugh.
Yeah.
And then fucking Banana Bus.
Yeah.
Ba-doop, ba-doop, Banana Bus. And then, yeah.
I still like those videos, to be honest.
I haven't seen them in a while. But I don't really watch Vanos anymore.
I mean, I swing by. I haven't watched Vanos himself in years, but there's a few people in the group that I still swing by and watch every now and then. They still make good shit.
Well, I'm glad. I will say that some YouTubers, I don't know, sometimes their like content kind of stagnates and then they sort of just lose views. That's probably kind of what happened to them. No offense to them.
No, a lot of them are still... A few of them have actually officially retired.
I know H2 Delirious is really huge still, I think.
Yeah. He's still big. I Am Wildcat still still doing good. Big Jiggly Panda.
I don't remember him.
He's kind of my favorite that I actually watch regularly, even though he's kind of turned into a reaction channel.
No, that's unfortunate.
But the good kind.
Sure.
Yeah, I know your opinion.
There is 2 reaction channels I do like. They're both done by history teachers. I can't remember the names off the top of my head. I think one was called Mr. Terry. I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, fuck. Fuck, shit, damn, ass. I forgot to talk about something this week. Ah, fuck it, it's over. We'll talk about it at the end. Fuck you.
Yep.
We'll talk about YouTube now, and I'll talk about that later. I'm actually going to write that down so I don't forget.
But yeah, that's kind of where I started, and then moved along to other things, other cool things, random videos and all that. So I was actually kind of older when I discovered YouTube.
Lucky you. Because, let me tell you, when I talk about some of my early YouTubers, they're going to hear some cringy stuff. But I suppose that's an intro for me to talk about the first YouTuber I got on the list. Unless you have anything else to say.
No, I think I put it pretty good.
Alright. Well, folks, so, like I said, I was using YouTube for a long time, like, for 2000, I started in 2007, 2008 the most, and I didn't start my main YouTube channel until, like, 2011, and it's for a very dumb reason, but as a kid, you know, there was a point in my life where I was a goody two-shoes, you know, before the rogue, you know, before I became a bad person, and so when I wanted to make a YouTube channel, I'd be like, Mom, can I have your permission to make a YouTube account? And she's like, no. But then 11-year-old me one day woke up and was like, I'm making the YouTube account. And that's how I made my YouTube account. But at the time, there was a certain YouTuber I was fascinated with. I will say, even being 11, I was probably too old for this, but I will say, after I started my YouTube account, I did drop out over time. But the first 4 accounts I subscribed on YouTube with my channel were all by the same person. And this is the segment where we gotta talk about Super Mario Logan. Ricky just shook his head.
Okay.
So I wrote down a list here because I have a bad memory. Alright. So how I discovered Super Mario Logan was when I first started YouTube. I was into Mario. I was into toys. And so, of course, I gravitated towards a YouTuber who played with Mario toys. And he had this series called, it's a real dumb title, he has a series called Mario and Luigi, The Stupid and Dumb Adventures. And it was, I don't even remember what it was about. I honestly haven't watched it since I was a kid. Believe it or not, I tried to watch it like a year or two ago, but I couldn't. It was like, this feels weird. I will say, being like a 20-something-year-old man and watching this 8-year-old play with his toys is a real weird feeling. And I was like, I don't want to watch this. I'll be honest. But as a kid, I fucking loved the shit. And it was Logan and his friend, who I can't remember the name of, and they would just play with their Mario and Luigi toys. And I think the story was just like Bowser kidnapped Peach. But the reason I really loved it, it has to do with location. Because I would consider these guys like guerrilla filmmakers, even if they're like little kids. Because they would just go to like construction zones and random spots and just start filming right then and there. And I was like, holy shit, that's awesome as hell. It was like just sort of this sort of like adventurous feeling where it's like, man, I would love to go there. They went to like this swimming pool. They went to like construction spots. I think they even went to like a car crash because I know his brother crashed a car and they're like, let's film here. But it was really neat. And yeah. And then after I saw that, I started going through Super Mario Logan's old videos, which are fucking really fun. I don't know, they were just like some innocence of a child. It's the best way I can explain it. His first video was him being stuck on a pipe in the original Mario Brothers, and then someone picked up the Mario toy and he had to get milk, and it was like a got milk commercial. And then another one, he used to do like these American Idol American Idol videos, which use copyright music, and have his toys sing it. And I will say what was interesting was seeing how the toys developed. Because when he first started, he used like Woody and Tony the Tiger and all these things. But as the channel slowly grew, those characters faded, and it just became more about Mario and then his more original characters.
Oh, God.
I won't get to that. But I will say I watched him up until probably around the time he introduced a character named Black Yoshi, which is a character we'll have to talk about later. But one of the things that always made me sad was his Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures series. At the end of Season 2, it was sort of dedicated to his friend. Like I said, it was these two kids, and they played with the Mario and Luigi toy. But the kid who was playing Luigi, he actually moved. And this is like before Skype got big and all this stuff. And so it was this like big thing where it's like they're retiring the series. And they actually did kill off the original Luigi he played. There was Mama Luigi and then Luigi. And Mama Luigi is the one he played who died. But it was just... It's kind of funny looking back on it, but it's also kind of sad. Because once again, it's like, as a kid, the idea of your friend moving away and you'll probably never see him again. It's really depressing. And seeing that in like a series like that's kind of interesting. I think it's really neat. Like I said, early Super Mario Logan had like really cool like childhood vibes. It's hard to explain. But that's sort of the downfall is when you grow up and you start playing with dolls every day, it just gets a little weird.
Yeah.
And it's also the fact that when you're a teenager, obviously you have a very different sense of humor. And so the best way I can explain it is that he'd slowly get like a lot more edgier. Like he used to swear and make dumb jokes, but it wasn't that bad. But then he's got a character called Black Yoshi who eats watermelon and fried chicken all the time. And he says the N-word. And I think, I will give him credit, he actually got a black guy to somehow play that character, I think. And he has like chains on and sunglasses and shoots guns and, you know, things. But you also had like characters calling each other hoes and all this crazy stuff. And it's like, slowly over time, the childhood innocence got lost in there, and our Logan became a man. But let me keep going. Oh, so like I said, my first 4 channels were all his, and that's because he made way too many fucking channels for content that was very niche. So his Super Mario Logan channel had his main content. He had a channel called Super Luigi Logan, which is for like gameplay and behind the scenes stuff, which is kind of neat. And then he had like a third channel called like Super Bowser Logan. I don't remember what he uploaded there, but it felt like at that point, like, why do you need that? And then he had another one for like Super Peach Logan, which was like videos of his baby sister trying to predict the Super Bowl and videos of his cats. And it's like, oh, okay then. And I'm pretty sure he made more after that, but yeah. But Super Mario Logan, the thing about him was he was very generational. Like, his channel did not stop growing. I dropped out of it at this point. I was, you know, watching other things. I stopped caring. But a few years later, I heard that he was still around, still doing it. And I was like, man, it's either dedication or desperation. I can't tell which. And, eventually, I think it was around 2018, 2019, during the Switch era, Nintendo finally handed him a cease and desist. And I was really surprised it took that long, because Nintendo hands these things out like they're candy. But Nintendo handed it to him, and he saw this as basically like an apocalyptic event, and he shut down his channel and started burning things, like fan mail. Like, somebody painted him like a Super Mario 64 painting, like one of the paintings in the game. He burned that in the video. It's like, you know, somebody actually painted that for you. Like, that's really cool. Just, you can keep that. Just, you know, I don't know. It just kind of pissed me off. And then around this time, he made new characters that weren't Mario and Luigi. He made his own puppets, which is interesting, I guess. He had like a character called Chef PP. Mario became like what was it? Marlowe, I think. And yeah, he just all the Mario characters are now regular puppets. He still does it. But the thing is that I think his views are going down now, because while this generation they know Marlowe and Chef PP and Jeffrey and all that shit, like next generation kids aren't going to have any clue who the fuck those people are. It's not Mario, and kids would be like, I don't want to watch this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it probably was that. But who knows? Maybe Super Mario Logan, or SML as he calls himself now, will be the next big YouTuber. And yeah, and basically Nintendo, a lot of people theorize it has to do with Black Yoshi specifically, because during the Switch era, Black Yoshi in the Nintendo games just disappeared. In Smash for Wii U, Black Yoshi was an alternate costume. In Smash for Ultimate for Switch, he was gone. Mario Kart 8 had Black Yoshi as a costume, and once again, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch, he was gone. So it's very clear that Black Yoshi, Nintendo didn't feel comfortable using that character anymore because he just became a racist stereotype, which is kind of funny but kind of sad.
Yeah.
But that was the journey of Super Mario Logan.
Jesus.
I like I said, he had like a real good vibe to him when he started, but just one of those things where you just can't keep doing it at a certain age. It gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I'm going to rest my voice now, and Ricky, discuss whoever you want to talk about.
Okay, first channel I actually became, like, big into watching, like, every upload and have ever since. It'd probably been freshman year I discovered this channel, and it was kind of right up my alley, and still to this day is absolutely perfectly in my wheelhouse. A channel called Zip Ties and Bias Plies, which is just, can we just say Canadian me?
I don't think he'd appreciate that.
I mean, I know, but he kind of does a lot of dumbass shit with vehicles. Basically like I do.
Talk about his foot.
Oh yeah, and he also doesn't have a leg. I don't know why. Anthony felt the need to point that out. I think it's implied.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Does a lot of dumb shit. Definitely not child friendly. To get all the good videos, you have to go through Patreon and everything.
Yeah, YouTube censored his ass bad.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
That sucks. Thanks.
Like, he was borderlining losing the entire channel and everything.
I know what it's like. I lost my entire channel once.
No, like, indefinitely.
Yeah.
Like, but he's got the Patreon going, and everything is all good again. There's a lot of interesting videos. I don't exactly... You're gonna have to help me explain what this guy does.
Basically, I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, he kind of likes to, like, torture his truck for no reason.
Well, there's a reason.
Oh, it's a Ford?
He has a lot of them.
Okay.
That whole big property is just stuffed with different kinds of vehicles that he's brought home for a cheap price.
Nice. Is that where you get it from?
I'm going to be honest, probably.
Okay.
I don't know. But he does weird it's almost like junkyard backyard science, and putting shit together that's not supposed to be put together and then completely destroying it.
Yeah, he mixes a lot of weird chemicals and gets vehicles to run and then not run ever again.
Oh no, everything still basically runs.
Oh.
It looks like it shouldn't, but it does.
He has I don't know what was the deal with that one video where it's like his birth or something? With his Indian mom or his Indian wife. It's a video you like to show me like every week.
I don't remember that.
The origins of zip ties and bicycles.
Oh, that wasn't his video. I know someone
he collabed with.
That's somebody that every so often he'll find another creator just to like make a fake beef to like make fun of the YouTube drama shit.
Yeah.
Because what else is there to do? It's kind of funny. And it gets lots of views, and if you're both in on it, it's just kind of funny to make it obviously fake.
Yeah.
And this guy just made a whole like fake origin story and everything. It actually occupied some time. He put some thought into it.
It's a very good video. It was really funny.
Like how he lost his leg in a boating accident.
Have we ever discovered how he really lost his leg?
No, he's never said, but he works in the oil fields of Canada, so... I mean, you see what he does in his free time, so...
Fair enough.
Anybody's guessing what happened.
So, Ricky, I got a question. Is his horse mask his face or a mask at this point?
Honestly, that's how everybody knows him by the horse mask, so... It kind of is what it is.
Alright.
But yeah, very highly recommended. Very good videos if you're into that type of thing. And if you're not, you're wrong, so... It's just kind of the way she fucking goes.
Yeah.
I think that's why I say that so much.
Oh yeah, you definitely took a lot from his vocabulary. Didn't you take radioactive horse piss from him?
Yes. But that's kind of a nationwide mechanical thing now. That's a legitimate mechanical term for the bucket that all the fluids go into.
Oh, okay.
Like, he has added things to the mechanical dictionary.
Nice.
Legitimately, like, I've gone through ASCs, and there's actually term, like, the zip ties leverage the ASC manual and make terms.
Nice.
Yep.
Alright. Is that all?
That's all I can think of.
Okay. I actually like wrote these down, so my brain's a little more in detail. No offense to him.
Yeah, well, I work a lot, and like I kind of forget this shit happens.
To be fair, I did have like 4 days off. So.
Yeah, and I work a lot, so anything that I pre-planned, I've already forgotten.
Well, we're gonna do a little thing here. I'm gonna do a little dedication towards Let's Plays, because as a kid I fucking loved them for some reason, and so I decided to pick 3 Let's Players to talk about. Mm-hmm. 2 of these guys are pretty cool. One of them recently was in the news last episode, if you remember. But let's talk about probably the best, and the guy who still uploads. A guy by the name of Zack Scott. And believe it or not, this Zack Scott is also ginger.
Okay.
So Zack Scott, or ZackScottGames, I believe he was like an old YouTuber who never fully took off. Mm-hmm. I think he did like skit comedy, and I might be wrong, but that's how I kind of remember it. Mm-hmm. But he decided to do a YouTube channel. I mean, a gaming channel. And his gaming channel really blew up. In fact, in my opinion, and I'm probably wrong, he is sort of the first ever big Minecraft YouTuber. Thankfully, no child diddling in this situation.
Okay.
That we know of. But, yeah, he ran, like, a Minecraft server back in the early days. Like, I remember watching his videos, and he'd be like, they added the piston and all this stuff, like shit that's like they added a hunger bar, like goddamn. Mm-hmm. But he used to have this Minecraft server and had a lot of cool people on it. He'd get like guests on there sometimes. Like I'm pretty sure he somehow got like Tobuscus on there at one point, but back when people respected him. I didn't think he also. I might be wrong, but I think he got Jacksepticeye to play once.
I forgot he existed.
Yeah. But Zack Scott was just a really cool dude. He eventually did stop doing Minecraft, which was alright. But his other 2 Let's Plays I remember was he did. I think he did Plants vs Zombies, but the big one for me is his Mega Man Let's Plays. As a kid, I liked Mega Man, but I never actually really got to see a lot of footage. And I've only played one of the games when I was a kid. So Zack Scott At the time, I don't know when this would have been, but he decided to go through all of them, all 10 Mega Man games at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just fucking loved this shit. In fact, the reason I'm a Mega Man fan is probably solely because of Zack Scott, because I probably would have just forgot about him as I grown up.
Mm-hmm.
But then he played through all the games back when I started watching him, and I'm pretty sure I watched all 10 of his playthroughs of this game when I was a kid.
Devotion.
Yeah, and he was like really good because those games are fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
They're not very nice games. But his last thing I remember, and I don't remember what game this was, but he was doing a Let's Play during an earthquake, which is the one probably biggest thing he ever did. Was he was doing a Let's Play, and I think in the news, I think he might live in California, but at the news at the time, there's talk about an earthquake that happened, and like a day later, he uploaded a video where it's just a clip of him playing a game, and you could hear like slight rumbling, and then you can hear him just go like, "I think we're having an earthquake like right now," and it was during the big earthquake that happened that year.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and the craziest thing to me is just how quiet it is, because you can hear like a little bit of rumbling, like stuff moving around, but it's like you think an earthquake would be super loud, but it was like really quiet. You can just hear him being like, "Oh shit, this is not good." And apparently the recording survived. The power didn't go out, and he just saved that clip almost immediately and uploaded it, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basically it for Zack Scott. He still uploads. He still seems like a cool guy. And he has never changed his profile picture in the years I've followed him. So that's cool. So the other one I talked about a little bit. It's called SuperBoeBros. I talked about these guys probably on the first video, I think.
Mm-hmm.
First podcast. But it was Dane Bro who created the Annoying Orange, which we'll talk about later, and Luke Bo, his brother. And together they made a Let's Play channel called the SuperBoeBros. And these guys have not uploaded to that channel in 9 years. So I think we can officially say it's dead, unfortunately. Yeah. And, I don't know, they're cool. So, the games I remember them playing is Happy Wheels. Dane used to play Happy Wheels all the time. And Plants vs. Zombies. I'm pretty sure the Bo Bros are what got me into that.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite Let's Play they did is for this extremely underrated Xbox arcade game that you can now get on Steam, by the way. I think you'd like this too. It's a 2D shooter called Bird Assassin, where you play as this fat redneck with a shotgun fighting a wave of angry turkeys. And slowly, throughout the levels, the turkeys get angrier and angrier at you.
Replace that with geese and I'm down.
There might be geese.
Fuck geese.
I mean, I agree. I don't like geese either.
Fuck geese.
Do you have a good geese story, Ricky?
I have a lot of geese stories, but I also got an idea for a video, so we're gonna...
Oh. Have a separate geese podcast?
Sorta. Yeah, sorta.
But, yeah, the Bobos are cool, and I hope the best for them. I know the Annoying Orange is kind of cringy, but I can live with it, I think. They seem like cool people, and from what I'm aware, they never hurt anybody, so, hey, whatever. And now we can talk about Chuggaaconroy! Chuggaaconroy was like the big Nintendo YouTuber. Basically, he played every single Nintendo game. Well, not really, but a lot. But his big ones to me will always be Pikmin and Super Paper Mario. His playthroughs of those games are great. And he did all the Pikmin. He did Pikmin 1, 2, and 3, and I watched them through. Now, unfortunately, like a week or two ago, news came out about his harassment towards younger women with his foot fetish, which is unfortunate. But before that, he seemed like a cool guy. But,
get the wood chipper.
Yeah. Make sure his feet go in first.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I don't really want to talk more about Chuggaaconroy. And my throat kind of hurts, so I'm going to throw it back to you. Who do you got for number 2?
I mean, I got a few newer people I watch. I've watched for a reasonably long time.
That's fine.
Vice Grip Garage. Really like Vice Grip Garage. He's kind of a guy that goes and he gets these old vehicles that haven't moved in, well, 40 years, and he fixes them up and drives them home. 500 miles, 1,000 miles.
I watched a few of his, but nothing recently.
Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. Let's see, a guy I watched back in the day, he since passed.
Oh.
DieselTechRon. He was a big Ford mechanic when my dad had that 6.0 Power Stroke.
Oh, that piece of shit.
So I watched a lot of his videos on how to fix it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which led me to coming home from Wisconsin Dells and laying in coolant and floor dry with a bad back sunburn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
You're welcome.
Yeah, fuck you.
Actually, oh, you want to keep going? Sorry.
Let's see.
Well, I was about to say, like, for a couple of years, me and Ricky went to Wisconsin Dells together.
Mm-hmm.
My family took him on vacations for some reason.
Yeah.
It was cool, though.
Yeah.
He got licked by a giraffe once.
Yeah.
They have weird tongues.
Yeah.
He got molested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bow down. Bow down. Bow down.
Oh, that was Special Victim Unit joke?
No, that was Fortunate Son.
Oh, we're going to go in a war with giraffes?
Yes. Yes, we are now. Let's see. Oh, here's a new one I've discovered probably about 2 years ago at this point.
Alright.
A year and a half, 2 years ago. Really good channel if you like motorcycles and all that. Or just plain debauchery. His name is Shadetree Sergeant. He does long trips on motorcycles, works on motorcycles. Basically, the typical, I ride motorcycles, let's do long trips, let's work on motorcycles, and let's fucking party. And he also does a lot of charity stuff.
No, that's cool.
Like, 90% of his channel at this point is doing charity stuff.
Do you know what? Oh,
what?
Do you know what kind of charities? Or
yes, it's this thing down in Florida called Forgotten Angels.
Is that... Oh, go ahead.
It's kind of a thing that does for the people that are kicked out of the foster system after 18 and have absolutely no life skills or addicted to drugs and been abused in many reasons, and they build tiny houses for them and teach them how to, well, basically be a person and everything. Like,
It sounds so cruel, but
yeah, it's no.
I know what you mean. I know how kind of terrible adoption services are.
Yeah.
Especially for older kids.
It basically gives them a home, gives them, because it's ran by this guy and his wife, and they're just like everybody out there's mom and dad. Teaches them how to do banking stuff, home loan stuff, helps them clean up their history, gets them in rehab and everything. And everybody just calls them mom and dad. And the gate to their property has a big old sign above it that says welcome home.
Nice.
Yeah, and they buy and fix up he buys and fixes up motorcycles.
Sells them for profit and then takes it to charity?
No,
okay.
Actually better. He takes them, he fixes them up with all his own personal money, not from the charity, and then raffles them off.
No, it gives them...
You get more money from a giveaway than you do a selling the motorcycle.
That's neat.
Yeah. Really good person. Really weird person. But...
Sounds like a nice guy. Sounds helpful.
Yeah.
That's something I thought about as a kid a lot. Like, what happens to those poor people that just kind of get abandoned by adoption services? Because I know it happens a lot. One of my favorite Disney movies is about it. I know it sounds dumb talking about a Disney movie, but they brought attention to it a little bit.
Yeah. That's what they do, and this Shadetree Surgeon kind of helps a lot with it. Like, I think they've given away out of his own money. Like, this is, well, his Patreon money, and a lot of his YouTube revenue goes towards it. He puts a lot of personal money towards it, and probably 150 to 200 motorcycles to help them out, and have raised probably 2.5 mil.
Nice.
Don't quote me on that. I could be very wrong, but I thought that's what I heard.
Cool.
But yeah.
I like our decisions. You choose a guy who helps people. I choose a guy who smells shoes.
Yep. Oh no, he's still
weird as hell.
He's still weird, but he's a consensual based deviant.
That's a good phrasing.
Yeah.
We all love people who are a little weird, but we also prefer people who keep it consensual. Please, fellas.
Where he lives, like, he makes the joke you have to play the troll tax to sell your feet pics. He's still a weirdo, but a very weirdo in the best possible term.
Shit. I mean, maybe you use that OnlyFans money towards charity.
Oh, he would. He absolutely would. And he has a friend that does.
Oh. Who's the friend? Do you know?
Again, my opinion on that stuff, I will not give names to stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with OnlyFans?
I don't agree in promoting it.
Alright.
I mean, get your money anyway. Lie, cheat, or steal. Get what you need to live a good life, but I still think it's weird.
I can do fair. I've divorced and stolen a lot of money from people, and I've never been married, so I get what you mean.
Live your life. If you want to do OnlyFans and make that your job, go ahead.
Let me taste them. What? Anyway, is that all for you? I'm going to my next one.
Yeah, you can go.
All right. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't think of a fourth one very well because I skipped over the third one for now.
Mm-hmm.
But this fourth one, I decided to do on a whim, just because I couldn't think of anything else. And I was thinking of YouTubers that I grew up with, like, I watched when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have to talk about the Annoying Orange.
Okay.
So the Annoying Orange started as just a random video that the bow get person made, and honestly, it feels so weird looking back at that first video because it's just an idea more than an actual video series.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a huge hit, so he decided to make it a series on his channel. And then he decided to make it his own separate channel. So now the Annoying Orange has his own Annoying Orange YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I also remember, and this is going to be a weird one, but back in the early days, he used to collab with really small YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one guy. I really wish I could remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a character similar to the Annoying Orange called Zombie George Washington. And I remember Zombie George Washington and the Annoying Orange crossed over a lot.
Oh, I hazily remember one video you showed me.
What? Is Zombie George Washington related?
Yeah, something about the library. It's a library-based episode.
Oh, that's great. I don't even know if that's accurate, but hell yeah.
Yeah, it's something like your book is 300 years late.
I kind of remember that video now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Library fees.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first episode of Zombie George Washington. Look at that. So Zombie George Washington forgets to return his books on November 2nd, 1789, so he eats the librarian's brain.
Yep, I don't know why I have such vivid memory. Can you still play the video? Or see the video?
Yeah, I think he's still up. Let me type this in real quick.
Accidentally stops recording.
Maybe. It seems like I mean, I think it got re-uploaded, but I don't see that one. So this is the re-upload.
Okay.
Alright. This re-upload is from 2013, by the way. Oh, I got my headphones in. He's actually recording the YouTube video. That's crazy shit. I gotta find my headphones. Okay, there's the headphone jack. Alright, we're gonna listen to this live, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, that's your opinion. This is your choice.
Can I help you?
Yeah! I have library books to return!
And your name?
Zombie George Washington!
Yeah, okay. I'm afraid there's going to be a late fee on these.
Zombie George Washington late fees! How much is it?
Well, it says here these books were due back on November 2nd, 1789, so let's see. Okay. The fees add up to $4,577.
What? Zombie George Washington don't have that kind of money.
But adjusted for inflation, it looks like you owe us a little over, $300,000. Sir, are you all right?
Zombie George Washington just shit his pants.
Look, how would you like to pay for this, sir? Cash or charge?
Zombie George Washington wants to know if you take brains as payment.
No, sir, I'm sorry. We don't take brains.
That's too bad, because I do. Isn't that sound good?
So I showed you that.
Yes.
I don't even remember that video, let alone showing you that video. But that is.
Yep, that's exactly what I remember, and I don't know why.
I'm really glad I brought up Zombie George Washington now. I just put that in there because it's like that's like a weird memory I have with that guy.
Yep. You showed me.
Oh, also the guy who made it is apparently called Bob Jens. So there you go. Whoever you are, Bob, wherever you went, we'll find you, and we'll kill you.
Jesus Christ.
So I had to talk about the Hall of Game. Oh fuck! I dropped my phone.
Jesus Christ, you suck at this.
Oh Lord, have mercy on me. I'm just an old woman with a broken back. And my
You're not old, you're not a woman, and you're not mentally stable.
I know. Oh, okay. I talk about the Hall of Game story. It's kind of cringy. It's kind of embarrassing, but sure, why not? So, I don't know. This would have been like probably 2013, 2014. Exactly. But Cartoon Network had this annoying ass shit called the Hall of Game, which is like hosted by Shaquille O'Neal every year because they couldn't figure out a different basketball player. Kobe. But it was like a sports awards show on Cartoon Network, which I don't know why. I don't know who thought of that. It's stupid. But for some reason, one of these years, they were going to have the annoying orange read off the nominees.
Jesus.
This is where the funny part comes in. For some reason, and I think I know why, but for some reason, I was like super fucking excited to see the annoying orange do this. I know you're like, that's so stupid. Listen to me. I think the reason I was so excited was because the idea of a person from YouTube going on TV blew my fucking brains. I was like, you can go from internet to TV.
Yeah, I can see it actually. Yeah, that makes sense.
And like at the time, specifically, because let's be honest, at that time YouTube isn't viewed as it is today. That just blew me away. Because the only other person I know is like the Fred movies happened, and that's about it. And so I thought like this is our chance. Oh god, this is my cringy ass young self. This is our chance as YouTube fans to get back with the man and get our shit on the TV again. Anyway, this is another diarrhea story. But anyway, I was wanting to watch this. I had terrible diarrhea, and so it'd be back and forth. I'd go into my room, watch the Hall of Fame, get disappointed when Annoying Orange wasn't there. Went to the bathroom, took a shit, wiped my ass, put my pants back on, and I do it back and forth over and over again. And I was like, I gotta see the Annoying Orange, but I gotta shit, and it won't stop coming out.
5-gallon bucket.
That, you know what? I don't think my mom would appreciate that. You are literally shitting yourself. Go to the bathroom. No. Anyway, after that, Annoying Orange got his own Cartoon Network show that no one remembers.
Unfortunately, I think I do remember it. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember it existed.
First of all, I want to point out that all 3 seasons, I had 3 seasons, are on DVD, so you can watch it.
God damn it.
But I'm not going to lie, I kind of liked it in some sick sort of way. See, at the time, Cartoon Network was starting to fall in my eyes, and I was like, really, Annoying Orange show, that's kind of dumb. But then I watched it, and I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. Mm-hmm. But the big problem was that it came out, like, way too long after the Annoying Orange was popular. Mm-hmm. It's like when they made the Angry Birds movie, it's like, where were you, like, 7 years ago, bro?
Yeah.
Unlike the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which, despite the fact that movie came out, like, 10 years after the games, that series is still fucking huge for some reason.
Yeah.
But, yeah. The big thing I will say about that Cartoon Network show is that it also featured Tobuscus. Tobuscus was this really annoying YouTuber that I didn't like, even as a kid. And he would just, like, infect everywhere he'd go. He'd be like an STD. You just couldn't get rid of him. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that nobody liked him. And he was no child diddler, but he, like... I don't know what he did, but he pissed off some women. Because I think he was just being an asshole. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But eventually the Cartoon Network show died. And he did a Let's Play channel, which he apparently does Let's Plays. The Annoying Orange does Let's Plays now. Mm-hmm. And he's still active. The Annoying Orange still makes, like, almost daily content. And not just Let's Plays, like actual regular skit videos. So he's still out there. He's still out there. And that could be a warning. That could be however you want to take that message. He's still out there. You know, I'm realizing now there's so many more YouTubers I could have talked about, and I didn't.
And there's some people that are still around, people that are no longer around.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about your next one, if you got one?
I'm just going to rattle off weird channels I watched. Because, at this point, I don't know.
That's alright, because my next one is the last one I got written down, but I might add a 5th one real quick. Just for the hell of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I know you've watched Markiplier. I have. Yeah. I currently just watch his podcast because, well, what other options do I have?
Yeah.
I definitely like more of the Mark, Bob, and Wade, them together than them separate.
They're really funny together.
Yeah, they're funnier together and more interesting to watch than anything, so I don't really watch them separately. Mm-hmm. Brain freezing. Brain not work too good.
Do you just want me to go with my next one? Or?
Okay, and then I'll come up with something after.
Alright, I'm going to take a sip of water, though. This is my last little sip. So, I get to talk about Team Fortress 2.
I think I know where you're going, unless I don't at all.
Maybe, I don't know. But I want to talk about how I discovered Team Fortress 2 from YouTube. Mm-hmm. So, I actually had to go way back. Despite the fact I didn't start playing TF2 until 2012, the people I learned TF2 from were actually around way longer. So this is a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer by the name of FarFromSubtle, which is their actual name. And I'm just going to be honest with you, I have no idea who the fuck these people are. Like, there's no nice way for me to say this. Mm-hmm. They've just been around for so long, but they're not, like, popular enough to be known. It's like, I recognize these faces, I just don't know who the fuck these people are anymore. Mm-hmm. But back in the old YouTube days, they had a review, like a video game review show, which, you know, angry video game they were inspired. I'm not gonna lie. But it was called Awesome Video Games, or Video Games Awesome. Mm-hmm. And their one big video I remember was their Dr. Mario review. Because that shit got wild, because they were just going crazy. It's just crazy kids. But they eventually just became, like, I would say, react channels. Like, they react to game game trailers now, and they also play games. That's basically all they do now. Mm-hmm. But around 2011, they started reacting to the Meet the Team videos, and that was my first introduction to Team Fortress 2. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, that shit changed my fucking life. FarFromSubtle, despite the fact I have no idea who you are, you single-handedly, like, changed my life forever, because I have 2,700 hours in Team Fortress 2 now.
Yeah.
But, it's just crazy how it's such a small, like, YouTuber that I barely know, they got me into this crazy-ass game. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, that's how I discovered Team Fortress 2. I think at the time, I waited till we got a new computer, and then when I got that new computer, I learned Steam, and I downloaded TF2. And, something I do want to point out, that technically, while that is how I first discovered TF2, years later, I realized that there is a classic YouTube video that is Team Fortress 2, and I had no idea that's what it was at the time. I don't know the video's name, by the way. Sorry. But there is a map in Team Fortress 2 where someone made giant cats that shoot lasers out of their eyes. And it's like one of the first like big viral YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. Like gameplay-wise. And that's how I first apparently saw Team Fortress 2. Because I remember the video, but I just didn't know what the game was at the time until years later. Like someone did a retrospective and they pointed out that video. And I looked at the video like, holy shit, I've seen that fucking video before. But, anyway, let's talk about Jerma and Star. Basically, when I got into TF2, Jerma and Star were just... Well, they already had an audience. Mm-hmm. And Jerma vs. Star are still probably my favorite TF2 tubers, even though they hate that name. And funny enough, both of those people have a completely different reaction to Team Fortress 2. Star seems to fucking hate it and regrets ever playing the game because that's all he's known for now. And Jerma kind of embraces it. Like, yeah, I started from Team Fortress 2, now I'm like the biggest Twitch streamer now. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. At least from Jerma's perspective, I think that's really cool of him. But they're such cool people. And while I love their Team Fortress 2 videos, I love their other videos too. And I honestly don't
kill me because you're horrible.
Their GTA 4 videos are legitimately some of the
funniest goddamn shit.
I don't know how Star and Jerma did it, but they are a dream team.
Yeah, made GTA 4 online interesting.
Yes, they did. But I'm not really going to go into the history of Jerma and Star, because I honestly don't know much about it. Star, he's just like a competitive game player. Played TF2, got big from playing TF2. He somehow met Jerma, which apparently their meeting was kind of weird, because it actually wasn't in TF2, it was in a different game. And then Star just went to Twitch and doesn't upload to YouTube anymore. Jerma, he started, he's a Boston boy. He, just crazy little guy. Did weird sketches, got into TF2. The thing about his content was that it was just so weird and vast. You just kind of had to watch everything he uploaded all the time. Mm-hmm. He did the fucking Jerma Rumble, which is one of my favorite things ever. Mm-hmm. He did the Rat Movie, which is legitimately probably in my top 10 YouTube videos, despite the fact it's only like 5 minutes long. It is so funny. I love the Rat Movie. And the Rat Movie 2. And then, sort of like Star, he went to Twitch and abandoned his YouTube, but there are rumors that he's actually going to retire from Twitch and go back to YouTube. Mm-hmm. He says he wants to do like a 10-year thing where he does 10 years of YouTube and then 10 years on Twitch. So we'll see how long that lasts, but apparently he's going back to YouTube soon, which would be cool. And, yeah, it's basically... I mean, I also wrote down a bunch of other, like, TF2 YouTubers, but I'm just going to list off their names, because I don't have much to say about them. Mm-hmm. There's a guy named Iconacona, which, if you ever played TF2, I just hit a funny bone. Because Iconacona, like, was really popular and then disappeared, and no one's heard from him since. Mm-hmm. He had a really nice voice, though. Soundsmith, he's a fucking memer. His content is so weird, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I just don't find his content as funny anymore. Mm-hmm. Music, depending on who you ask, is either one of the best or one of the worst. Just on that there. Basically, he went from TF2 to Overwatch to Fortnite. Now he's more of a Fortnite play guy, which I don't like Fortnite. You got Uncle Dane, the engineer main, and Lazy Purple, who I love Lazy Purple, but it's kind of sad because he like loved uploading to YouTube, and then he just stopped for like 8 years, and then when he came back, he was like, "Yeah, sorry guys, it wasn't anything personal. I had a really bad time, and I was just procrastinating, and I was just falling into deep depression because, you know, the last video I uploaded was getting older and older, yet I was still procrastinating." And Ricky's farting.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then the last one I wrote down is Fat Magic. He's the newer one. He makes me laugh, and he was also really good at Sniper. Fuck you. Fuck Sniper. But that's the last of the YouTubers I have written down. I did come up with another one, sort of, but I don't know if there's as much to say. But I'll give Ricky the one last chance to think of anyone else.
I had somebody. Okay, I think the channel everybody found too early. Or didn't find early enough in my case.
Yeah.
TVFlithyFrank.
Oh, hell yeah! Yeah! Oh, Filthy Frank.
Absolute legend.
Yes. The thing about 50 Frank is his content is so undescribable, you just have to watch. There's no other way to put it.
Yes, it was great.
I love his ET2 video. I love his, 50 life hacks or something? That video. 50 life hacks is one of the funniest fucking videos. And the thing is I think you had to be there, because I don't think it hit, some of the jokes hit as times went on. 'Cause I don't know how many people know about the fucking life hack trend of the mid-2010s that nobody fucking liked.
Ravioli, what's in the pocket-oli?
Ravioli. Oh my god, his fucking voice.
You ever just not wanted to go to school? Fucking kill yourself.
Are the cops chasing you? Well, there's only one solution. Don't be black. That's one of the best. Oh my god, he fucking spray painted his teeth white. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he did that. That scares the hell out of me to this day.
There is edible paint.
Okay, hopefully
for like cakes and shit.
Hopefully that's what he used.
I don't know. He's still alive.
I guess, maybe.
But yeah, he has some pimp my wheelchair.
Oh my god, wheels.
Wheels is an upstanding. Sitting citizen.
Yeah. Oh, Filthy Frank, that dude. And there's something else I want to say. He used to collab with iDubbbz, and iDubbbz was really funny for a while.
Mm-hmm.
iDubbbz had great content cop videos. I will say that mid 2010s were like peak YouTube time.
Mm-hmm.
Like OG YouTube was cool and all, but like peak mid 2010s, everyone was just like throwing shit at the wall and having fun with it.
Yeah, it wasn't a business yet, and people could still have fun.
Let It Go ukulele cover. Let it go up my ass. Oh, I've been impaled.
Then there's the big surge of bad recorder covers, which to this day I still love and don't know why.
It's true. But I think that's probably about it. I guess we'll talk about my last one here. I didn't write this one down. This was just kind of pooped into my mind. Mm-hmm. I get to talk about Equals 3 and Ray William Johnson. When I talked about Tobuscus and how everybody hates him, mm-hmm. I recognize there's another YouTuber that everybody also fucking hates by the name of Ray William Johnson. Mm-hmm. So back in the early 2010s, maybe even late 2000s, he did a YouTube channel called Equals 3, where he would find 3 of the most popular YouTube videos, and he was the OG reaction channel. Mm-hmm. But what he'd do is he'd play the full video and then afterwards add comments into it. And I'm just to be honest with you, he really wasn't that funny. But I don't know why. I liked him as a kid. And I actually kind of got into him a little bit later than most people.
Huh.
Because believe it or not, to this day, I remember my first Ray William Johnson video. And it is, I don't know the exact date, but I do remember the videos he talked about, I think. It was Nyan Cat. It was the first time I ever discovered Nyan Cat. It was from a Ray William Johnson video.
Mm-hmm.
He did the same video had, like, I think, a Russian alien footage where they supposedly found an alien corpse. And later it was determined that it was, like, raw turkey. But I don't remember what the third video was. I think it was probably, like, some Japanese kids screaming at something, probably. So those are big at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But Ray William Johnson, he, I don't know what happened, but he was really popular. Then he got, like, pissed off, and his ego got too huge, and he retired. And then a new host replaced him, and then no one liked that person. And so a new host replaced them. No one liked that person, and the show got canceled. And Ray William Johnson mostly disappeared until 2020. He came back on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. And now Ray William Johnson is doing the same shit once again. Basically, he'll be like, "Hey guys, look at this crazy video I found," and then he'll play the whole clip and then be like, "That's some wacky shit." And it's like, I don't fucking care. Get off my screen, asshole.
It's kind of, it's the whole switching host things is what to me kind of brought down the King of Random.
Oh yeah, look at this prick, by the way. Look at him. I want you to see him. Look at that dude.
Oh, he does look familiar.
Yeah.
Again, that's really what brought down the King of Random.
I don't know who that is, I'll be honest with you.
It was a weird, like, it's kind of YouTube Mythbusters to an extent.
I might have heard of them, actually.
Yeah, because I watched a lot of their videos. Some of their videos are some of my favorite. Did a lot of learning how to do shit. Kind of a lot of science and technology shit. Build a lot of cool shit that I want to build still to this day. But he just he wanted to leave, stop doing YouTube to be with his family.
Fair.
So he got someone to take over as host.
Oh.
And then that guy was still really good. Then they got another host, still really good, doing a lot of things. But they did start moving into a lot of cooking and candy and weird testing shit no one really cared about.
Oh.
Then they got like 4 hosts.
Oh, jeez.
And they fired the 2 original hosts. But, okay, just after they brought in the second hosts, the original host and the guy that owned the channel died in a parasailing accident.
Oh, that's probably where I heard him, because I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, Grant Thompson.
Yeah.
Then time goes on, they got like 4 hosts, fired the 2 original hosts, and fired the other host. Now it's just some weird lady's YouTube channel that does nothing to do with the original shit.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh,
go ahead.
Like, originally the guy like made a welder out of an old microwave. Did really, really cool shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably send you a few of his videos so you can see how awesome it used to be.
Okay. Well, when you say that someone took over the channel and the content's completely different, you just reminded me of a big YouTuber that happened to. Not saying he isn't big, just the fucking Fred. Fred sold his channel to some like weird Chinese company, and they just made like kindergarten videos, and then after no one watched them, they stopped. And I think the Fred channel might have got deleted at some point. But that's another crazy one where someone just kind of got permission to use a channel and just started uploading content that had nothing to do with the fucking channel. Yeah.
But, yeah, and honestly, the King of Random was really, really cool. The shit he taught you how to do and shit and projects he did and things he built and dumb shit that he did that was just fucking awesome at the time. because I think he came around just at the end of Mythbusters.
Oh yeah, that was a hell of a time.
And he kind of just filled that hole that the world needed, and no one has filled it since, really.
Giggity.
Again, as a kid, Mythbusters was kind of my show. So
Mythbusters was pretty cool. Did you ever see Dude, What Would Happen? That was like Mythbusters, but shittier.
No, Mythbusters was actually cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody has really done what they did since.
No. I doubt anyone ever will.
Yeah. Actually, a couple of them have YouTube channels. And
I follow, not Adam Savage, is that his name?
Yes.
I follow him on YouTube. He talks a lot of stuff. I saw a video of his the other day. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I think it had something to do with golf balls and pissing off car companies.
He does a lot of really random dumb shit, but his one day build series is fucking awesome.
No, I remember it. The video I saw of his recently, he went into like a Hollywood studio and started going through drawers and found like old like police logos that they put on cop cars for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember he was doing recently. Yeah,
he does a lot of tours of places. He actually got to drive the Ecto 1 they were using to film the last movie.
Interesting.
Not the one coming up with the last movie.
Yeah, not the woman one, but the okay one, but not the cold one.
Yeah, he actually built a few props for that movie.
Cool.
And helped with a lot of the props in that movie because they were all prop makers, and that's kind of how they got Mythbusters. They were just Hollywood prop makers, which is a job I would fucking love to have.
Yeah, there's actually someone on TikTok who I follow who's a Hollywood prop maker, and I wish I remember his name.
I would absolutely, give up majority of what I own just to become a prop maker.
Yeah. Well, CGI is taking everything.
But that's what I like about the new Ghostbuster movies, is at least they're using a lot of physical props.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're that whole minefield of traps.
Yeah.
That was practical effects. That was actually boxes with LED lights, traps connected together.
Cool. You know what the craziest practical effect I've ever heard? And to this day, when I see video of it, it still feels fake, but apparently I've been told it's real, and I can't disprove it. It's from a movie I fucking hate, though. It's the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Mm-hmm. Do you know the scene with the squirrels? Mm-hmm. Those are all real squirrels. They were all trained and they all did that. They sorted nuts. It was crazy. But yeah, I don't want to train 1,000 squirrels. That sounds like hell.
Yeah, I still have the dream of making a movie eventually at some point. More me and a few friends make a movie. I'd fuck it up.
Probably.
And using majority practical effects and shit.
Yeah.
Just because that's just cool to me.
Yeah.
When you can see that, hey, that's a fact, they really made that happen. There's real smoke there, or somehow they did it with a prop instead of CGI. That's just cool.
Whoa, someone laid a real turd.
Someone actually shit out that turd they used in the movie.
Oh man, I know who was it? Pink Flamingo guy. I forget his name. He did that. He was famous for having scenes where the whole scene was a character shitting, and he would shove the shit come out the guy's ass. That guy's a freak. He's still alive.
But yeah, that's.
Oh, and then there's a scene where someone ate the shit coming out of someone's ass. No, that was dog shit. Never mind. But we saw the dog shit come out of the dog's ass.
But there are a few maker channels I like to watch. Adam Savage Tested, because he still does a lot of maker shit.
Yeah.
King of Random, the older videos, is still a lot of maker shit and kind of testing shit and seeing how shit works. And then another one I really like to watch is I Like to Make Stuff.
Okay, is that the channel name? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he does a lot of cool, like, maker type shit. Where he made a R2-D2. A functional R2-D2.
It's cool, I guess.
And a functional arcade machine. He's done some cool shit.
Mm. Can you make a... Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to make that joke.
Which, again, is what I'm setting my basement up for. It's like a maker shop.
Cool. Well, Ricky, I feel like we're heading towards the end here.
Yeah, near the end is where I start ranting.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Like, we need to get more Ricky rants and videos.
Yeah,
I think it's interesting.
Is there something you want to rant about? Because I talked about how...
If we do a history video, fucking just let me go.
Okay.
It's going to be one non-stop fucking tism info dump rant.
You know what? I think we're actually going to hit the 2-hour mark at some point, because we have one last thing I wanted to talk about, and then the question.
Okay.
And then we had to pick a topic.
Yeah.
So I found out something recently. So this was I was going to talk about this during, like, how's our week been, but I forgot to write it down. I just remembered it. So like I said, we don't like to get into politics here, but I recently discovered that one of our local elections has 2 Republican candidates. One of them I don't know. One of them is an asshole that I do know.
Mm-hmm.
You remember back in high school when I said that there's this one teacher I fucking hate, this stupid ass science teacher, and how I threw chairs at him?
Mm-hmm.
He's running for state senate. So listen, folks. I don't want to get political. I don't want to say anything like that. But there's a guy named Jesse Faber. Don't vote for that prick. That guy's an actual prick. Fuck that guy. I should have thrown more chairs at him. Maybe I would have, took him out. I never liked him. That was my least favorite class, was his class, because he was an ass. The other guy, I don't know who he is, so I guess vote for him. I think
vote Quimby.
Vote Quimby. Say the other one.
Vote Herrera.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. If you're in Texas, this video should be out just before that. Vote Brandon Herrera if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We really could fucking use him.
And don't vote Faber. Fuck that guy. I think the other opponent, his name's like... This guy has a poor name. I think his name is actually Bollick or something. It's not a good name. But vote Bollick. Fuck that Faber guy.
So I've actually been researching something.
Oh?
And this is not an official announcement. I'm just thinking about it.
Are you thinking about running for Senate or something?
I'm thinking about running for either Illinois Senate or governor.
Governor would be amazing.
Yeah, legit. But this is not a funny ha-ha joke thought. I'm really thinking about it.
I think state Senate would be a lot easier, though.
Yeah.
But no, that's what Faber's running in his state Senate, so
yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't get that, because I don't like that guy. That guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I feel like I could do more of what I want as governor.
Well, obviously, but I think it'd be easier to get state Senate. So it's a mix. You can do more what you want, or it'd be easier.
I could go Senate to governor.
I mean, yeah, one step at a time.
I won't go president though.
Fair enough.
And once my terms are up, they're up, and I'm done.
Okay. Well, there's no term limits for senator and governor.
But I just want to do 4 years, and then jump out and run for governor. And if I don't get governor, that be what it be, and I'm done. But if I get governor, I'll do my governor time, and then being done and go back mechanicking.
Is it like, you're taking like the Hunter S. Thompson approach? Like that guy, he was like, I'm going to run for sheriff. If I don't win, this would be my last time running for political office ever. Yeah. He lost by like 100 votes, and he's like, that's it for me.
Again, I feel like the way I see things, it wouldn't be that hard for me to get in the Senate. It'd be a little harder to get me to be governor.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, I'm still trying to figure out what this entails and what paperwork and stuff I have to do and what I got to do it. But I'm legitimately thinking about running for public office.
That'd be interesting. Maybe a little scary, but interesting.
And honestly, like, if I do this, I will have updates.
All right.
And everything, and we can make it like a podcast thing.
All right. But once again, don't vote Faber. This isn't a political announcement. This is just personal. I met him. He's a prick, and I wish he just stopped existing after high school. But no, he has to run for some fucking reason. He's also not the best candidate, in my opinion, but yeah. Alright, we got one question. Unfortunately, I'm about to show how terrible of a person I am, because I don't know these two things. Mm-hmm. I think you don't. I think you do. So, the question is simply Pantera or Slayer? Mm-hmm. That's it.
I would say most definitely Pantera.
Alright.
Slayer's still good. Now, if you went Pantera or Metallica, which I think is a more fair, even kind of apples to apples comparison, Pantera all day long. But yeah, they're both good, but I've definitely listened more to Pantera.
I have listened to neither, but eventually I'll get there. But I reckon we're near the end here. We asked the question already, so I guess we're going to choose a topic for next episode. Unless you have one already idea.
I got a couple ideas we'll add to the list.
We got... I'm going to skip over the ones we already done. School, weird history, work stories, stuff we're watching right now, COVID stories, tales of the bathroom, 13 reasons. Oh, I added Fat Man lore. We can talk about Fat Man comics.
I think we could do that next one.
Which one? Fat Man lore?
Yeah.
Alright, next week we get to talk about Fat Man and his stories. And if you're wondering who Fat Man is, he's a original character we made in junior high. And she gets wacky. And there's like almost 50 comics. And me and Ricky have not read any of them in like 10 years, but I still have a vivid memory of them because I made them all.
Oh, we gotta bust them out and read.
They're right in there. I know where they're at.
Read directly as written.
That's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
Man, I'm disappointed. We are so close to the 2 hour mark. But I also know I gotta cut out some stuff, so no matter what, I don't know if we'd make it to 2 hours.
Wait, I can get us to 2 hours.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Penis. 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 Join me, brother.
Penis.
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 Okay, I'm done.
I don't think people are going to enjoy that. I bet there's like so many people that clicked off like, oh god, no, I'm not listening to Penis for 2 more minutes. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I mean, obviously editing this, we're probably just going to hit just under 2 hours, but as of recording, we're an hour and 59 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're just going to hit 2 hours. But if you like this video, like, subscribe. If you listen to us on Spotify, follow. And let me know if you actually like found our podcast with those stickers. I'd be very curious. Because our analytics have actually been higher on Spotify recently. And I put 2 stickers out a few days ago. And then I put 3 more out today. So there are 5 stickers in the world. Who knows how long until someone peels them off.
Yeah.
And there's one that I drive by like every day. And I just look over like, yep, still there. But with that, we officially hit the 2 hour mark.
Yay!
I doubt this is actually going to be 2 hours, but who knows?
Penis.
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 Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the Penis Cast. Bye! Unless you got something to add with.
Bye.
And remember, get your pets and weird relatives spayed and neutered.
And keep shitting out of your fucking ass.
And Hillary Clinton's titties just keep getting bigger.